airfare. How much was it to even get out here? So, you know, obviously it's all going to depend on where in the United States that you're coming from, or where in the world you're coming from. But what I do suggest, I will suggest 3 things, okay? I'll suggest Google Flights, google.com/flights. They've given me some really decent fares on, you know, a lot of places that I've traveled, internationally as well as like locally in the United States. What is the other one? Airfare Watchdog. But no, actually Airfare Watchdog, I believe that's only for in the United States. But Secret Flying, okay? Secret Flying is the bomb. They do airfares, they do, you know, like all type of little things to hook you up with deals. And Skyscanner. Those 3, Google, Skyscanner, and Secret Flying are my 3 go-tos because I found the cheapest fares on there. Now what'll happen sometimes with Secret Flying, what'll happen sometimes with Secret Flying is that, you know, you might find a trip from, let's say, Atlanta to Nairobi, Kenya for like a round trip ticket for like, I don't know, $400 or something like that. But you're like, that ain't Tanzania, I want to go to Tanzania, you know, or wherever you want to go. But what you do, at least if you're coming to Tanzania, you take that flight from, you know, wherever you're at to Kenya, to Nairobi, and then if you want to come to Tanzania, you take a bus, okay? And I wouldn't suggest booking the bus ticket online because you're gonna pay like $50 US for it. It's a 3-hour ride, but if you go to the actual bus station, you can find it for 30,000, between 30,000 and 60,000 T shilling. I'm not quite sure, but 60,000 T shilling is only about $30 US, maybe a little less. So, I mean, if you don't care about spending an extra, you know, 30 bucks on a bus ride, like, you know, be my guest. But I don't know, I like to be stingy with my money and I like to get every single penny, you know, unless I just feel like splurging on myself, like, you know, splurging on a trip, or, you know, if I'm feeling whatever, frivolous. But yeah, that's one way to do it. You know, you can fly into all types of different places. I got my ticket out here. It was a one-way from New York City out to Dar es Salaam for 650 bucks or 670 bucks, I think. It wasn't that much, but if I had went on Skyscanner and looked for a deal, I'm pretty sure I would have found something a little better, more decently priced. But you know, it is what it is. When I'm going home this time, I went on Google Flights and found a one-way ticket for like 400. No, it was actually Skyscanner for like 480 something bucks, which is dumb cheap, you know. And when I decide to return, I don't know where I'm gonna return from yet because I'm gonna be traveling, like, you know, all around the States to go see friends, family, stuff like that. But yeah, then I'll just go on Skyscanner or Google Flights or, you know, whatever again and hop on it, you know. So yeah, that's all I have to say about airfare. What is the main difference between Dar es Salaam, Arusha, and Zanzibar? So they are all very different places with their own vibe, with their own feel. And I'm not gonna say one is overly better than the other or anything like that. It all depends on what vibe you want. It really does. It all depends. Like, if you want that small island life type of vibe where everything is very conservative, very slow, not much to be bothered with or about, like, then definitely Zanzibar, you know. And don't get me wrong, Zanzibar turns up too, okay? Like, different parts of the island, like Kinwal Rocks, like they're always having some music festival and, you know, this, that, and the other out there. It can be live too, but at the same time, it can be very chill and very quiet and very just kind of, you know, breezy and lackadaisical, you know. Like I said, initially it wasn't for me, and it's so super hot there. It's so hot. But yeah, initially it wasn't for me. So I came to visit mainland Dar es Salaam for a little bit, and I did like Dar a little bit better because there was more things available, like more supermarkets and stuff like that. Like if I wanted some type of cheese, I don't know, whatever, you know, I could get more things. There's more hair products. There's more food choices and all that stuff. And I'm like a foodie, you know what I'm saying? I love to eat. That's my shit, you know. So like I wanted that availability, and it was nice. And it was, I didn't have to go search far and wide for certain things that I might have needed. It's very populated here in Dar. If you don't hear the music in the background, the streets are live with music, live with people, like almost all the time. I can walk out 2 o'clock in the morning and there will be some people on the street, you know, there'll be motorcycles, there'll be bajajis, you know, people playing music, you know, whatever. A lot of people compare, they say Dar is like the New York of Tanzania, you know. There are a lot of expats here, there are a lot of foreigners here doing different businesses and stuff like that. So it's pretty diverse. Now Arusha is where I had planned to, you know, I had set up kind of home, you know. Right now I'm back in Dar, but Arusha is the place where I vibed with the most, maybe because it's the most green out of all the places. And I'm a nature person, and I really do love the nature, and I like to be around the nature and greenery and animals and stuff like that. And it's a lot cooler. The climate is cooler up there. During the day it can get a little hot, but at night it might drop to like, it might even drop to like 50 degrees at night. But the weather's perfect. It's very mountainous, hilly, green, and people, the difference in between the people in the three places, I would say the people are the most relaxed in Zanzibar, and then the most relaxed in Dar es Salaam. Like they're chill, nothing seems to like startle them. But in Arusha, you know, there are a lot of tourists that come through there, but not a lot of black tourists. It's mainly what they call them Zungus, Europeans, you know, white or not black people. So they expect that, you know, I'm a Tanzanian, which I'm not, but you know, they see my tattoos and like, hey, oh, you know, but like not in a bad way. They're like, hey, dang, you know, hey, you know, like stuff like that. But people out here in Dar are just like, oh, okay. They might stare a little bit, but they're not like, ah. But from what you know, my fiance's been telling me and stuff, because he's from up that way. He's from Kilimanjaro. But the people up there, up in Arusha, Kilimanjaro area, they live, okay? They're a lot more like rowdy, live, turned up, you know, turned up people in general compared to like people in Dar es Salaam. So like they're a lot more expressive, like, you know, talk with their hands and talk fast, and you know, like, so that's just the people up there. Yeah, so what do I prefer personally? I like Arusha. Because even though it doesn't have as many varieties and choices of different things as Dar does, they still have a very good variety of, you know, just different things, different foods, different clothes, different everything. Public transportation. I touched on that a little bit earlier. Public transportation is good, but you don't want to necessarily get caught trying to use public transportation anytime after like 10 something, like 10 at night, 10:30. That's when it slows down drastically. you're gonna have a hard time catching a bus. Like, okay, say right now I'm in this area in Dar es Salaam called Buza, right? Which is not in the city. It's probably like a 45-minute bus ride away from the city. But it is still considered Dar, still a very busy area and all that. But to find a bus that comes out here, even after sundown, sometimes can be a bit hectic. And literally, like, it's crazy because, like, we'll be at the bus stand and you'll see a bus labeled Buza that comes up and everybody's running towards the bus, and literally you have to throw your shoulder into people to, like, get on the bus, because it's like a door, you have 20 people ramming into each other. I broke a bracelet, I lost an earring. Like, you fight to get on these buses, okay? And especially to get a seat, you're lucky if you get a seat. That's if you do it past sundown, like when everybody's getting off of work, you know, 5, 6, between 5 and 7, it's gonna be a hard time, okay? And as for like regular internet, not the internet you use on your phone, they actually have these little things out here where you can just plug into your computer and you can do kind of like a little hotspot type of thing from there. And they, you know, allow you to do a hotspot on your phone and, you know, all that good stuff. And this is about the same price as like the bundles, like for the internet and stuff, is the same price as what you're gonna pay on your phone. Depends on which company you go through. Like I said, I go through Holotel with my phone. This is through Airtel, so I have to get a specific Airtel voucher for this. And like I said, it's about the same price. I paid 10,000 T-shilling for 10 gigs, 12,000 T-shilling for 12 gigs. Like, you know, very, very similar. And for this, I believe I paid 65,000 T-shilling, which is roughly $30. You know, not bad. It has its own SIM card, you know, all that groovy stuff. So yeah, the service is pretty good out here. If you're gonna be in an area like some parts in Arusha, right, like where I'm living currently, it's really hard to get good service out there, no matter who your provider is, because we're surrounded completely by trees, nothing but trees. So, you know, just like in the States, you're not gonna get great service if you're in the middle of the woods. So let's see what else. Oh, how bad are mosquitoes out here? So, you know, I've been emailing people, you know, and they've been asking me just random questions and stuff. And how bad are mosquitoes out here? When I first got to Dar, the first 48 hours, I literally had like at least 30 mosquito bites on each leg. It was bad. I wish that I had bought some mosquito repellent with me. I didn't think about it. I don't know. And yeah, I read stuff about malaria, and yeah, I read this and read that. I just did not think about mosquito repellent. I don't know why. I hope y'all think about it, because I didn't contract malaria and nothing bad happened besides me itching to death and wanting to just chop my legs off. But yeah, I got some mosquito repellent and I got some itch soothing cream or whatever, slapped it on, and within a week it was fine. But yes, bring you some mosquito repellent, and they definitely have plenty of mosquito repellent out here. But yeah, it's bad. At night the mosquitoes trill, too trill, okay? But yeah, malaria, like, I know one person who had malaria. It was my friend, and it's very treatable, you know. People don't necessarily, okay, the people who get really seriously ill from malaria are the people with weakened immune systems, okay? Like babies, like from the age of 4 and under, or the old folks, you know, like the old folks. If you have a weakened immune system, it's gonna affect you, and you might be hospitalized because of it. All I can say, I haven't had it, thank God, but all I can say is take the necessary precautions. They actually do have anti-malarial pills. Excuse me. Anti-malarial pills. You can order them online. They can be a little expensive though, but yeah, they do have them. They have anti-malarial pills, and you can take those. I haven't seen any out here, and I haven't really been looking, so I honestly don't know if they have them out here, which I'm sure they do, because what do they give you at the hospital? You know, if you go to the hospital for malaria. Yeah, so that's kind of my whole thing on mosquitoes. There are other bugs out here, because a lot of Tanzania is just nature, you know what I'm saying? And what you're gonna encounter in nature is bugs, different types of bugs that I ain't never seen before, bugs that are as big as my hand, bugs that I don't want nothing to do with, okay? But it's a part of it. It's a part of nature. It's a part of the beauty, you know. Yeah. So let's move on. What else? What do you wish that you had brought with you? I do get that a lot. Like I just said, mosquito repellent. I wish I had bought that. I do wish that I had bought some natural hair care products with me out here, and maybe a little bit more like different types of conditioner and stuff like that. A lot of women out here do rock the natural, but how can I say this? I feel like it's not as big to them out here as it is like to us in America, you know. Like they have a few products. They do have a lot of different oils and stuff. They do have good oils. I found these. I don't know if you can see it. This is like my favorite brand to use out here. They have bottles this size and bottles a little bigger. The brand is called Tressa, and this is hair tonic. It has vitamin A, D, and E in it. It smells pretty good. It smells like hair grease, like, you know, Blue Magic or whatever. And it's thick. It's good quality. Like, I haven't had any bad side effects. I actually use it on my skin sometimes. They not only have this, they have coconut oil, almond oil, like all of the oils, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. They have other oils and stuff that are made out here. This is natural oil, neem oil, olive oil, and palm kernel oil. Oh, for the price of this, I think this is 2,000 T shilling, which is like $1. Can't beat it. And it lasts for a pretty long time. This was about the same price, 2,000 T shilling, but God, neem oil stinks so bad. And like, this is the real deal, okay, y'all? Like, they don't even try to put no extra fragrances in it to like make it smell better. Like neem oil, olive oil, and palm kernel oil. It works. It moisturizes your hair, but I can only mix this with other oils, like, you know what I'm saying? And I found this. They do have some ORS products out here. I found like the regular, what is it? I found like the olive oil hair cream stuff, which I used to use a lot. I just don't use it as much anymore. The hair repair polisher, I think this was 4,000 T shilling, $2. Yeah, they have some stuff out here, but when it comes to just the broad range, the overwhelming amount of variety that we have in America, like, they don't have it out here. And it's probably a good thing, because there's no reason that like I should go to Target and spend 30 minutes looking at natural hair products, reading all these ingredients. You know what I'm saying? There's no reason I need to be doing all that. Out here, it's pretty simple. They don't have a lot of different conditioners though. That is something, because my hair is more coarse. I need a good deep conditioner. And even from what I've seen, like at people's homes and stuff, a lot of people just don't use hair conditioner. And it works for them. It doesn't work for me, because my hair just needs that extra moisture and all that stuff. So Ladies and men who have a lot of hair that, you know, are very conscious about their hair and, you know, take good care of it and all that good stuff, I suggest that if you have favorite products, that you bring them out here with you. And Amazon does not ship out here. eBay will. But to get eBay to ship out here, like, you can spend, you know, a hair product that you might be like $10, but you will spend $25 getting it out here. I don't know if y'all know what tahine is, but it's like this. It's seasoning, basically Mexican seasoning that I put on fruits, watermelon, mangoes, pineapple, you know, whatever, even chicken sometimes. It's the bomb. This online costs $7. In the store, a big bottle like this costs about $4-5. But your girl spent a whole $25 on shipping to get it out here, which was worth it. Like, I needed it. I needed tahine. You know what I'm saying? So expect those prices from, you know, especially if you're getting whatever you need shipped from the States, it's gonna be expensive. Probably more than the product itself. But, you know, you gotta, if you feel like it's something that you really need, you gotta bite the bullet, and you're gonna pay. Let's see. I think that's probably about it. And you know, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope it was somewhat informative to you. And I do try to get around to all of my comments and stuff, but sometimes it can be a bit overwhelming. I try to answer the emails and, you know, everything in a prompt fashion, but, you know, I do have a lot going on out here sometimes. I just did a photo shoot not too long ago. I'm trying to edit pictures, trying to make content for my blog as well, you know, trying to get the business side of things handled, and, you know, I can get overwhelmed. But I have not forgotten about you guys, and I want to help you come out here. I want to help you visit at least, you know. So that's all I got. If you have any more questions, keep them coming. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to inform people. I'm trying to let y'all know what it takes to come out here. And that's it. That's all I got for you today. Love y'all. Peace.